Hi, I'm Dana Marie, and I help people who sew find the right tools and techniques without struggling with another unfinished project. So today I wanted to show how to move a pleat in the new pattern 1062 Seems Easy to Me. I had a customer email me and said she loved the looks of the new pattern, but she wasn't quite sure about that off-center back pleat. So I'm going to show you how to move a pleat very easily on this pattern or any pattern. First, I'm using my ruler and the grain line of the pattern to keep everything straight for accuracy, and I'm just going to extend that pleat marking all the way to the hemline. This is just a nice straight line from the top of the pleat over. Now this pleat happens to be just 1.25 inches wide, so I can just take my ruler and mark both sides of the pleat. Once you have that first line, it's easy to use your ruler and line things up nice and straight. Okay, so next I'm going to fold the pleat on the lines that I've just drawn. So effectively, I'm going to be removing the pleat at this point. In this pattern, that pleat is sewn down for like about the top 6 inches or so, and then it releases so that you have fullness through the body. So I just fold it, and then I grab some tape, and I love what's called magic tape. It's a removable Scotch tape, so that way it's secure now, but if I change my mind later and I want to release that folded out pleat and have it back in there, I haven't messed up my pattern. This tape is really easy to remove. So there you go. I just removed the pleat. Now I'm going to move it to the center of the back. So first I will draw a straight line from that center back notch all the way to the hem. If you decided you didn't need the extra fullness through the hips or didn't want it, you could just leave the pleat out completely and just go right there. I will cut the pattern apart on that straight line that I drew that's now right down the middle of the back. I will take a piece of pattern paper or whatever you have handy and lay it underneath one side that I've cut apart. Tape it in place. You can also glue stick it in place if you want. The tape was out, so it's what got used. Now grab your ruler again, and remember that pleat was 1.25 inches wide. So I'm just going to draw a line 1.25 inches from where I cut that pattern apart. Make sure that you use the lengthen and shorten line and draw a horizontal line. That way it's really easy to line your pattern back up because you have a vertical and a horizontal line. Now lay that other side that you cut away on your pattern, lining up your vertical and horizontal lines, and tape that side in place. So you have just moved the pleat from the off center where it was originally designed to the center back. Take a curved ruler. You'll notice that you'll have a little jog in your hem now. So you'll take your curved ruler and true up that hem just by blending the new curve. Notice how I have extra pattern paper. I haven't like trimmed my pattern away completely. If you do this first, then you don't have to add an extra piece of paper underneath there to true things up. Now I'm going to transfer the length of that pleat where it tells you how to stitch it down. So I'm going to transfer those markings using the old one, measure down, and then transfer that stitching, stop stitching marking. Next, I will fold the pleat as if I was stitching it down, sewing it, so that I can true up the neckline. Since it's right at the center back, the neckline is really pretty flat, but this is just a good habit to get into. And here's one of my pro tips that I love doing. I grab my old tracing wheel that was my mom's, that's one of the serrated kinds, and if you press firmly and just go right across that pleat, it'll make little dotted lines from the teeth from the tracing wheel, and it's really easy to mark those. So voila, I've just moved the off-center pleat to the center back.